Good morning, everyone. It is still hot as balls in here. It is 22 degrees C, 65% humidity in my workshop. But here I am. How's everyone doing? Good morning, Franco. Good morning, Gerald. How are you? How's everyone? So I've decided that the plan going forward, what's your eyeballs? The plan going forward is to rebuild. I think the ground wasn't well connected on one of these voltage dividers, and it may have floated up the voltage to over 3.3 volts on the voltage divider, and I think that is the cause. So what I've done so far is I'm building another board, and we will figure it out, but my connections are more stable now, and yeah, we're gonna put this together and see if that works. If that still doesn't work, then I don't really have a solution, which is bad because I am being security cleared to go in to work tomorrow to fix this, to install this. So we will see how it goes. Good to hear that you're good, Gerald. And Franco, I'm very sorry about your running around for bolt cutters. As much as I hate calling into stores, I would call first before taking a taxi ride. I do not like going to stores if I don't have to. So that's why I usually order online, pick up in store. I don't want to go deal with people. I just want to go there, get my stuff, and get out. So that's the dealie. So yes, I have rebuilt my voltage dividers are here. The MOSFET gate. So I spread the legs on the MOSFET, as you can see. Trying to get the focus going. So I spread the legs on the MOSFET. So the MOSFET gate connection is here. And then I need a ground, I believe, on this side. So I'll put it through. I put the microcontroller up higher so that I can run wires underneath easier. I've got the pull-up resistor underneath this heat shrink going to the 3.3 volt connection. Yes, indeed I do. So yeah, also I want to show you guys, I got some stuff in the mail and something else is coming in. Give me 1 second, I just got to check something real quick because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Udemy. So Udemy has a embedded microcontroller development course. And so what I'm going to do is I'm either going to buy that course or wait for a sale and buy that course, or wait for me to have more income and buy that course. But I am almost for 100% sure taking that course. So I went and looked for the microcontroller you need. It's an STM32 F4 Discovery board. And let me tell you, a Chinese clone, the legit board is like 150 bucks. A Chinese clone of this board is like 60 bucks, 50 bucks. So I found a used one on eBay, which just showed up yesterday. This is a used one, and I paid 30 bucks. He actually wanted 40 bucks. I made an offer for 30 bucks, and he said yes, including shipping. So it's good. Bought from Canada, which is nice. Second try offers opportunity to improve the design at least. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. So here it is. This is the STM32F4 Discovery board. Has the ST-Link V2. This is a generic. This is a genuine board. It's got. Oh, it's got. What is this? Micro USB? I can't tell. Maybe it's this proprietary connector. I don't know. But it's got mini USB on this side, and I think that's the interface with the ST-Link. And then, yeah, so it has the STM32F407 microcontroller. I think it's a very powerful microcontroller. We're going to go look up the specs on it very shortly. So that's nice. But the point is, yeah, it does look like an odd connector. I do want to complete the embedded development course. So I needed the hardware for it, the exact hardware. So I've got the exact hardware, and the fact that it's legitimate makes me happy. The fact that I bought it from Canada makes me even happier. So there. And we're probably going to do some YouTube videos on this stuff once I get a little bit more comfortable with it. So here it is. Another thing, Finersi reached out and said that their oscilloscope is now back in stock. So this is a 100 megahertz oscilloscope. I feel like I need something small. How's it going, Lockwatcher? I need something small and compact so that I can just, I think I want to mount it on my pegboard here or up here somewhere, and I need to be able to take it down. The big oscilloscopes are too big for my general YouTubing use. We'll see if this is it. I would also really like to capture a scope for the stream. So I don't know. I'm thinking of a dual PC setup. I've got the mini PC. I don't know yet. Let me know your suggestions in the chat. But yeah, so this is Finersi makes nice little units. It's got a data cable. I might be able to capture on the display, but I would love to crack this open. And yeah, there's no official space. Yeah, no. This shit is so nuts now. I would love to play with this now, but I've got to do stuff. Let me see if I could just read the manual. I won't take it out, because if I take it out, maybe I'll go on their website to check it out instead of opening this. If I take it out, I'm going to want to play with it, and I need to finish this. And I would really like my boss to pay me out for this project, because things are getting a bit tight. I withdrawed from Patreon, and there should be an AdSense payment coming through, so it should be okay. But I think I need to make more hours, and I also need to make PCBWay videos, which is frustrating because I took on this project. So anyways. This look at your bench would make a nice screensaver. Yeah. Also, my wife is going to work away from home this weekend, and I offered for her to bring my solar generator that Rock Solar sent me, so she can charge her stuff, because she'll be essentially out in the woods pretty much. And I just spent an hour looking for it, and it's a big giant yellow and black box. There's no way to lose it. Just to now realize that I think it's in our bedroom because we had a power outage like a couple weeks ago, and I put it up there so it could power our bedside lamp so we can have like light at night. So all that for nothing. But anyways, I threw out a bunch of cardboard and stuff, so it was good. Party at Dan's house. I probably will be going to, probably will be doing some fishing this weekend. I need to declutter my mind, but at the same time I need to do PCBWay videos, so who knows. Who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right. How's it going, Doss? Long time no see. Welcome, welcome. Velkommen. I'm just going to make sure this is 220K before I put it away. That is brown, black, or red, black? Red, black, orange. That's 220 with three zeros. It's been ages. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You've come into a chaos situation here. But we're almost done the rebuild. I did this yesterday while listening to a podcast. But I needed to stop and sit down for a little bit for my back, so that's why it's not completed. But it does have the 2N7000 on there. I don't know if it can focus this close. Focus you. There we go. 2N7000's got a wire underneath. I'm going to run 2 more wires through. I think this side goes to ground, and then this side through a 4.7K goes to power. You've got the power. I should probably mark out where this goes as well. So this has, here, let's do this. Bring it down here. I need my pen. Life is busy. Yeah, I completely get you. Yeah, my back, I don't know what happened. So I got a back spasm on my way to work. It was like on my left shoulder blade, and like it was like spasming, and it was so painful. I had to sit in my car and with the heated seats on and just wait it out. But then once that recovered, my lower back started hurting. No, this is not age though. Like, it's age and abusing my body for all these years. So my lower back started hurting continuously, and now it's not continuously, but I can walk and I can sit. I mean, when I'm telling you I can walk, I've walked like over 12 kilometers in this state of back pain. Walking is fine, but standing still is like not good for me. When I stand still, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I stand still, that's when it hurts the most, and the pain builds over time. So it's really not good. Like, I can work. Yeah, mechanical career age, yeah. I can work just fine. But like, if I'm less busy at work, that's when my back gets destroyed. So 27 is down. So this one is down, and 26 is up. Okay, so down, up, that's these two. Then we're going to run wire through here. 4.7K, I think, goes on this side up through here, and that'll probably be the 12 volt. Yeah, I also applied to a bunch more jobs. Yesterday, I still have the phone interview with a job as a solderer on Friday. I have another event to go to on Friday. I won't be able to stream on Friday. So yeah, event in the morning, phone interview. I'm probably going to keep applying for jobs. I applied for a job as a fire alarm technician, surprising enough. So here we need on the drain 4.7K. That is this guy. I'm almost convinced the drain is here. You know what? Let's do a little bit of on computer stuff so I can let my back rest, because I've been looking for that solar generator this last hour, so my back's a bit iffy. Oh man, I'm so old. Screen. Oh, be right back. Coffee. No. Let's go back to webcam. Let's open the browser. Never open a browser when people are looking, just in case. I don't know where I put the... Oh, here. Okay. Screen. So, STM32F4 Discovery. STM32F4 Discovery. I have to come and go from the screen. Want to check? Yeah, that's completely fine. Oh, hold on. I got a poll for you to answer. There we go. Enter the poll, folks. Here we go. Did that zoom just do nothing? Okay, interesting. Can't zoom in. Oh, page unresponsive. Wait. All right, so what does it have on it? Oh, here it comes. There we go. Okay. So, STM32F407 VGT6 microcontroller. So, 32-bit ARM Cortex M4 with FPU core, 1 megabyte flash memory, very, very fancy. 192 kilobytes of RAM in a LQFP 100 package. That's a hell of a package. USB on the go for sale. Actually, I don't know what FS means. Fireside. File system. MEMS 3-axis accelerometer. Okay, has an accelerometer. MEMS audio sensor. Omnidirectional digital microphone. Give me the microphone first so I can burst like a bubble, I see. Okay, where is the MEMS? Don't know. Looks like it's a barometric sensor, or is that the microphone? Audio DAC with integrated Class D speaker driver. You adjusted a mechanical room to fit a transformer. Like that kind. This morning they sent you a new plan. Decided to change from 120/208 to 480 to eliminate the transformer. Oh, very nice. Means now we have to add a 120/208 transformer to the project anyway. Great. Good morning, Artyom Ivanov. Good morning. User and reset push buttons. Okay, I see them. User is blue, reset is black. 8 LEDs. That is a selling point. 8 LEDs. Red, green for USB, so that's not a usable one. Red for 3.3 volt power on, that's also not usable. 4 user LEDs, LD 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm just looking for them. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't see them. Don't know. Don't see them. 2 USB on-the-go LEDs. LD 7 green and overcurrent. So you say 8 LEDs, but it features 4 LEDs. Board connectors. USB with micro AB. That's what that weird connector is. Stereo headphone output jack. Yep, there's that there. 2.54 millimeter pitch extension headers for all LQFP100 IOs for quick connection, prototyping board, and easy probing. True. Yeah, they stick out both sides. That's pretty good. Flexible power supply options. SD-Link, USB V-Bus, USB connector or external sources. 3 and 5 volt external application power supply. Comprehensive free software package. Okay, okay. Onboard SD-Link V2A debugger. Yep. Support of wide choice of IDEs, including IR embedded workbench, MDK ARM, and STM32 Cube IDE. Great. Oh, that's it. That's all we get. Sample and buy. So budgetary price, $30 US for one. So I got this for $30 Canadian. So that's pretty good. CAD resources. Canadian dollar resources. Why would they have that? Kidding, obviously. BOM. Micro USB AB cables can use USB 3 technologies and are thus a regular choice for moving large blocks of data. Cool. I've never heard of them. Was it pre-USB-C? So there's the STM Cube IDE, STM32 Cube MX, STM32 Cube Prog. Quality and reliability. Anyways, so that is the STM32 F407VG. If you're just, that wasn't fireworks, that was rolling over bubble wrap. If you are just joining us, it is this board that I have bought for a Udemy course that I will go through and do. So that's that, and we'll make some videos on this too. These are expensive. Let's see if I swap to, oh, no, screen. Amazon, so that's STM32 F4. So you need the Discovery, this one, there, 80 bucks plus $5 of delivery. So expensive. What about Amazon.com? STM32F4 Discovery. Oh, it's just in Canadian dollars. That's weird. So again, like 80 bucks. And then like AliExpress. I apologize if this is going to show you sex toys. I am not logged in. It is the same one on the Nucleo. Oh, interesting. But I wanted the exact board, not just the exact processor. Hold on, my mom sent me something. Interesting. Let's see. STM32F4 Disco. So, oh, here's the version with the screen, which is what the ad said, but it wasn't what it was. I saw by the picture. Not too upset. I feel like oh, here. So here's $40 and $13 is shipping. So still looking at 50 bucks. And that is not the legit one. Because that PCB is not the same as this one. And the marking here says it's the same, but it's not. That is not the same board. So this is a clone. Oh, okay. A lot of courses use Nucleo. Gotcha. So, point is, 30 bucks for a legit one. I am happy. So that's good. Next up, we will take a quick look at, while I rest my back, Finersi. Products. Oh, go away, please. Products. This guy. Oh, he didn't send me. Oh, there's a higher end one. Oh, I want this one. Whatever. This one. So let's just check the features real quick. It looks good. The fact that it's small is good for my operation here. 3-in-1. Oh, signal gen as well. Nice. Okay. Touch. Yup. 30% lighter, compact, powerful. Oh, it's battery powered. Oh. Now that can be useful. Catch the waveform. Yup. 20 megahertz bandwidth limit. That's plenty for the stuff I do. Digital fluorescence, grayscale, and color temp. 20,000 count. True RMS digital multimeter. Pretty good feature. Visualize your data. Curve view captures real-time measurement changes. Okay. Small graph though. Does it plug into the computer? Don't know. Doesn't say. Store and transfer waveform data. Okay, I don't think it'll show. It'll export it, but it won't show on screen. Cool. Point is, that's a cool little tool. And we are going to check it out at the end of the stream if we have time. But if we don't have time, we don't have time. We need to finish our project first. All right, I think I've left my back rest enough. We need to get going. Let's check out the 2N7000 datasheet again. Okay, so the drain is number 3, and that is all the way to the right. So I was correct about that. Probably just the transfer images. Yeah, I agree. This is already coffee number 3, by the way, because I've been awake since 4 a.m. I thought I heard, we have the windows open because it's hot as balls. We haven't turned on the AC yet. But I thought I heard someone walking up and testing the door handles on our cars at like 4 a.m. And so this is 4.7, right? This is yellow purple, that's 470 with 10, 4.7K. So anyways, I thought I heard someone try the door handles. So I was awake and alert, but then as it turns out, it was just the Amazon delivery driver delivering the Finercy thing. They do shipments that arrive here before 8. Ooh, you slept in until 6:30. Fancy. Oh boy, this guy's getting all the luck here. Let's turn on the soldering iron. I'll also prop this stuff up. There we go. So 4.7K ohm resistor. Sleeping in, you've heard of that. I feel like sleeping in is nice. It doesn't happen so much anymore. Just, I think this might be loose. It was. But not sleeping in for reasons of like going fishing and stuff, that's pretty cool. For not going fishing, less cool. Definitely less. I already asked my dad if he wanted to come fishing on Saturday, but I'm sort of regretting it because I really should be making PCBWay videos and whatever, but whatever. We'll see. Maybe I'll make PCBWay videos tonight, although I have to go shopping for my thing on Saturday. Anyways, you guys don't care about my worries, my concerns. Maybe some of you do, but you shouldn't be concerned. They're my concerns. Up every day at 4:30 a.m. That is early. You're in Ohio. You have a hub about 6 miles away. Many items, if I order, will get in a few hours, same day. So this is interesting. Yeah, overnight shipping, school, wake up, bam, it's there. Love that. It's interesting because Ottawa has multiple warehouses, and some items now finally are starting to be same day available, which is great. But like, what I would really want, instead of like shipped to my door in like the same day, like 6 hours later, I want to order it online, pay for it online, and just pick it up. I just want to go pick it up, like, because when I want it, I often want it like now. Just let me go pick it up. I don't need the delivery driver to do 1,000 stops for me. I'll go pick it up. But I know the problem is that they have like tons of locations, so it's not that simple. I think I will go here. So they have, you know, they have like 7 warehouses in Ottawa. So I understand that it may not be at the warehouse that's close to me. But it is what it is. Would love if Amazon let me work in robotics too. That would be cool. I am not joking with you when I'm saying I will get a job as a developer, unless I find something cooler before then. Other than that, I will get a job as a developer. I will get a job in embedded because that's what I like. Just depends when. I am dedicated. I've been learning Python constantly. We have multiples in the area as well. It's nuts. Are you here to pick up? Go to aisle. Yeah. Getting a bottle of chili today. That was an order from 2 weeks ago. Wouldn't have ordered it. Yeah, for sure. It's also going to be couriered. How's it going, Flying Penguin 82? Make sure to answer the poll. It's a long story because this is stream number 4. But essentially, we are retrofitting a very expensive piece of lawn equipment for a client with this remote control system. And the problem is this remote control system only outputs momentary 12-volt pulses, and we need constant, controllable PWM pulses. So we are building a project that interprets the 12-volt pulses, converts them into PWM, and outputs them. And so that is what you are looking at here. This was the first prototype, and it worked perfectly on a breadboard, stopped working as soon as it went into production. So I am hoping that I just screwed it up. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, yes, it is what it is. I think what was wrong is that my grounds were no good on these dividers. And I think that caused an issue where the voltage floated up on these dividers and it fried the microcontroller, the other one, I think. Can't be sure, won't be sure. If I had like extra weeks to build this, then I would have built it differently, but I don't. I'm installing it in the client's equipment tomorrow. This is constant 12 volts. No. We'll just put 12 volts here. Okie dokie, pokey wokey. Next, we need to run a wire to be our output. So we'll run it underneath there. I will use a smaller piece of wire this time. It doesn't need to be that large and in charge. I'm going to grab some of this yellow wire. So this is a Teflon coated wire. This is actually meant to build Vorons inside of a drag chain. So I think this will work well. The only thing is I need to anchor this properly so it doesn't flap around in the breeze, so to speak. And I still will put a piece of heat shrink on it, but I think I will anchor it to the board in this hole, and then also solder it there, and then run it back and put a piece of heat shrink to save it. True. I'm so confused. Struth. Doss, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but I support your right to say it, no matter what. Okay. So, there we go. And through the hole we go. Aussie slang. Okay. What for? What's this? What's this slang down under? My Australian is shit. Also, I don't watch as many Australian content creators as I used to. That's a problem. I used to watch a lot of them. Okay, gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. How is Aussie land anyway? Hopefully good. Sounded Jamaican. Yeah, man! Rasta the Bopaglat! I am not great at the Jamaican accent either. I love imitation though. It drove my wife nuts when we were first together because anytime I would hear something interesting, I'd get an earworm. And I'd repeat it. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Okay, through the leg. Up and over. Okay. Going to do a little bit of soldering here. Soldering, as the British say. You can stick. I don't have an accent though. I don't have a Canadian accent. Everybody else has an accent, but not me. Not Canadians. Actually, I do find it funny. I have never encountered the stereotypical Canadian accent until I saw a TV show on Discovery Channel about crop dusters. And I was like, oh my God, these guys are the cause of all the stereotypes. They literally were. Okay, this is not long enough, but whatever. I don't care. I don't care, I'll fix it. So I can do the stereotypical Canadian accent. I can actually do it. But I've never heard it in the wild. And that wasn't even in the wild. I heard it on a TV show on Discovery. Okay, let's see if we can short these together. Give me a second. I've never liked soldering these things together. Ouch. Oh, that looks like it's stuck. Hang on a sec. Let's see if we have continuity. Okay, so it's a bit meh, to be honest. We did have meaningful tax reform recently, that's good, which is remarkable. But it'll be a slow burn for any real change. Yeah. All right, so the Canadian accent now. Welcome to Tim Hortons, eh? Welcome to Tim Hortons, eh? They're really like that level of accent. Welcome to Tim Hortons, eh? So that is like a very rural accent. Okay, so if we get, oh, you guys can't even see. So to this leg, to here actually. Yeah, 4.7K, so we're good. Watching old films, Canadians had very diverse accents. I remember that as a kid too. Interesting. Yeah, Canada is not a monolith, right? When we traveled east to the East Coast, I was going to say a couple of years ago, but it was actually well before COVID. Huh. That was a long time ago. The first time we encountered Acadian French, well, I say Acadian French. It's Acadian. I don't know if it's necessarily French. But the first time we encountered Acadian, we were taken aback because it was a young woman who was like the caretaker of a campsite, and she spoke perfect English, and then she said the word tent. She said it in French in her English sentence. It was like, wow, what just happened? It was crazy. I love it. Also a peaceful, easygoing accent. Okay. By the way, all the talk right now is on Dunkin' Donuts is coming to Canada. And there's still a don't buy American sentiment here in Canada. Okay, yellow. And this is our PWM signal. There's a very buy Canadian, don't buy American kind of sentiment. Still persevering for obvious reasons. However, Tim Hortons is not our identity anymore. it hasn't been for a while. And so Tim Hortons is about to get wrecked because all I'm seeing, the chatter on the forums and Reddit and stuff like that, I'm seeing that people are so upset that Tim Hortons has been garbage for the last whatever amount of time. So they're hoping that Dunkin' comes in, and there is a concerted effort that when they come in, it is getting more determined, definitely. But anyways, there's going to be a concerted effort to go to Dunkin' instead of Tim Hortons, to push Tim Hortons to stop being so crap. So I personally do not go to Tim Hortons. I'm not protesting them. I just think it's not good. I just think it's not worth the money. But lots of people think it's really not good. And I know, like, it's sort of like Canadian identity, but it hasn't been Canadian for like 15 years. Tim Hortons is not a great donut. It's baked product from frozen. Yes. Used to be a lot of Dunkin' Donuts here. Sadly, Timmy's was always overrated. Yes. And only got worse when it lost competition. Yes. You are 100% correct in everything you're saying, Gerald, as usual. As usual. So, anyways, my personal conviction is to buy Canadian when I can and just not buy American when I can't. That is my personal conviction. However, I do often enjoy a McDonald's beverage. And the reason I enjoy a McDonald's beverage, this is a ground, isn't it? Okay. I'll have to deal with that after. Anyways, the reason I enjoy a McDonald's beverage is because the $2.50 or whatever the cost is for a McDonald's coffee is not making the franchise a shit ton of money, and they do employ Canadians, many of them. So I go to McDonald's. And plus it's just a better product. The coffee is like miles better. I would much rather a Egg McMuffin over a... Actually, that's a lie. I haven't had a Belt bacon, egg, lettuce, and tomato sandwich from Tim Hortons for a long time, but they used to be very good. I don't know if they still are. But I just think their coffee is inexcusably bad. And that's the main reason I go, is coffee. So I go to McDonald's. You'll get a Dunkin' Donuts if there's one near, just for nostalgia. Yeah, I'm going to get a Dunkin' as well when they come in. But if it's crap, I'm not going back. It's that simple. I will say, though, my wife is a fanatic of Krispy Kreme. We do not have Krispy Kreme here in Ottawa, but there are some on the way to Toronto, in Toronto. You should do it on air. So anytime, or in Montreal. So anytime we go to Toronto or Montreal, there's always the discussion on whether or not we are stopping for a Krispy Kreme run. Because honestly, the best way to get good tasting donuts here in Ottawa is like a Suzy Q. I don't know if you have that in the States. I don't know if that's a Canadian chain. I know nothing about it. But Suzy Q donuts, they're high quality. But the problem is that they're very expensive. And I understand sometimes you got to pay for quality, you got to pay for all that stuff. I understand all of that. But I just don't have the wherewithal, the need to spend $5 on a donut. You know what I mean? I don't want a $5 donut. If I'm getting a $5 dessert, I'm getting a tub of ice cream. You know what I mean? How's it going, ITT? Is anyone with me, like, that a $5 donut just isn't worth it because there are better desserts for $5? Like, I can't stress on how much I don't want to spend $5 on a donut. And the biggest reason for that is because at $5, I've got better dessert priorities. Just saying. Ouch, I knew that was going to be hot, but I did it anyway. I was hoping I could, ouch, deal with the pain. Coffee costs $5.50 and muffins and donuts are about the same. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. You don't really like donuts. Okay, fair enough. The European mind could never. I do like donuts. I will remind you that even though I have been losing weight, I am still a fat person in my heart. Like, literally, I have enlarged heart. Actually, I don't know that for sure. I'm just kidding. But I do have high blood pressure because of my chonkiness and my diet. So, donuts, ice cream, frickin' hook me up. Ah, you mother effer. Oh, you mother effer, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Let go of my solder. Okay, so ground is now set. It is, ground will be 1, 2, 3, fourth one is ground. Depends on the quality of the ingredients. I mean, the thing with Krispy Kreme donuts is that they're like bathed in glaze. So that means you get like way more sugar for your buck, which automatically makes it edge towards better. Okay, so now we have 5 outputs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only had 4 on the other board. That's because we have a better ground now. So now we just need to link this ground to this ground, and we are in business. Just need to link the microcontroller ground, which is here, to the ground up there, which is here. So if I had little pieces of wire, that would work really well. You know, the little pieces, offcuts of resistors that I threw out. That would be ideal. Now I'm going dumpster diving for pieces of resistor. Yeah, they cost, I know they cost 30 cents to produce, but how much do they cost to make at home? Because that's part of how the market works. It's not just how much it costs to produce, but how much it costs you to make it at home. You know what I mean? Like, what are the means? Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I am in good financial shape, okay, which is saying a lot, but if I'm in good financial shape, I would rather go to Popeye's Chicken and get fried chicken from them instead of making my own at home, because the cleanup, the setup and the cleanup are such a pain in the butt. Does that make sense? I would far rather pay the price for fried chicken than to have my house smell like frying oil and have to do the egg wash and the flour. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm being like clear. Oh, that's voltage. That won't work. It's not how the market works. Well, there's that too. No, but it's all related though. Because, okay, if you could build a Ferrari exactly the same as a Ferrari at home for $1,000 and it just took you a weekend, do you think Ferrari would be able to charge what they charge? The answer is no. It's fairly obvious, right? And it's the same thing when making fried chicken at home is like a pain in the ass. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like, my wife has made me baguettes. That is not even close to true ITT. It's a high percentage, but not that much. You should... My heat shrink just did a coffee dip. You should see how big North American kitchens are. I know in Europe it's a bit different. You guys have less space. And it's different at my place too, because I am what they call a working poor. But you should see the price of the size of kitchens in North America. And like, I would say, like the US, especially in the US, they have a culture of holiday cooking. Like, they do the turkey, they do football, they do all that stuff together. So what am I missing here? 4.7K. So I've got that, got that, got that, got that. Got all that. I think this is it. I think this is ready to go. How's it going? John Ash 535? No. 3583. How are you? Family of 4, we cook almost every night. Yeah. Yes. I think there is a high number. People cook more in Europe than in the US. And yes, kitchens are small. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Maybe. I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. I am saying I don't know about that. But I will say specifically Americans, but you know, Canadians too. But specifically Americans have a cooking culture. They definitely do. Like the wife and I, we're lucky that we found a way to mass produce tacos, essentially, because takeout has become so expensive that I got takeout. I treated us to takeout last week, and it was Greek food, which again, kind of expensive to do ingredients wise. Feta is very expensive. And we regretted it. It cost like $40 for the two of us. And it was not good. It used to be great. We used to love this specific takeout place. And it used to be very cheap. And it was good. When I saw the price, I was like, ugh, that sucks. It went way up in price. But at least it's going to be a nice treat. Nope. It was crap. They changed everything. It's now crap. And so, big regrets because it was expensive and it was crap. You know, we haven't been there in like a couple years. And all of a sudden, it's trashed here. Kind of sad, actually. Very sad. This is that 12 volt switched, so that is this. Industrial products, maybe. I think they just changed the recipes. Personally, I think they just changed the recipes and to make it cheaper or to make it easier on staff, because it's hard to hire a competent staff when you're hiring at minimum wage. There's a lot of variables there. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to do one more thing. Need to solder on the power supply. So the negative goes in the middle there. And then 5 volts goes up here. That is the plus. So yeah, we just make inexpensive food at home. In fact, we've started making rice and beans. Because it's inexpensive. All right, let's turn down for what? Let's see if this catches fire or not. So we are going to, okay, so the power supply is powered up, but it's not on. And we'll grab this. I have one more wire here, so this will be our positive here. No, this is not fused. So we'll just have to be a little careful. Okay. So right now we are showing 600 millivolts DC. Don't know where that's coming from. Can we... That's interesting. Where is that coming from? Let me just confirm here. I just want to make sure this is soldered properly. It is soldered properly. All right, let's power on the power supply. This is at stop, yeah. So let's power on the power supply. Okay, so now we have our ground connected. So now we're good. So this is on. And right now we have 0 PWM. I will just swap the range. There we go. So it stays constant. All right, so if we go start, it stayed at 0. Good sign. We go up. Oh, the up and down is reversed. Okay, so 1.8 volts, 4.2 volts, 6.5 volts, 8.9 volts, 12 volts. So this works properly now. Okay, we'll go up. We'll just have to swap the two connections. I have right now 6 onto the down. Yeah, I think that's why. 6 is up. Yeah, so I have it backwards. That's okay. So I'll go up in voltage. Oh, sorry, that's down. Okay, so let's say 9. Then I'll stop. Goes down to 0. And I'll start again. Goes up to 9. Stop. Start. Up. Oh, that's down. So it seems to be working perfectly now. Okay. Stop. Power off. And we're going to power up again. Just going to give it a second. I'm going to actually swap my ups and downs, just so that it can actually make sense with my brain. All right, and we're going to power it on again. How's it going, Franco? Welcome back to the land of the living. Start, still at 0 volts, which is what we want because at the moment the MOSFET is pulled high. And then we go, so you can see, up. So 1.8, up, 4.2, 6.5, 9, and 12. So still not like 100% linear. It's better than it was, right? So if we do 12 by 5, So it should be going 2.4 volts at first. So it's less than that. It's 1.8. Then up again. Should be 5 volts. It's 4.1. It's not ideal, but it's better. I think the problem was that the grounding situation wasn't great. And then what had happened was that, hold on a second, let me just confirm that's not getting hot. So I think what had happened is that the voltage crept up and destroyed the micro. But now the grounding is fine. Everything seems to work. So I think we're good. So now we just need to do record a video. And then we can put it in the box and then wipe our hands of it. And also you missed the heat shrink coffee dip. And hello, 0 Day Psychosis. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Okay, so let's see what this looks like on camera. Okay, and where is the broken one? This is the broken one. Oh, we need mics. Ouch. Where's my... Oh, I was like, where's my magnet? The magnet is there. This is the one that hangs on to the, that goes to the camera, so that's why the magnet's on that one. Don't mind me. I've been up since 4 in the morning. You're fine? Good. Fine is good. Should be great, though, but I'm not going to blame you for not being great. Okay. Shut off the soldering iron. Sorry about the rustling of my shirt. All right. Well, I think it is fixed now. I think what happened was, I think I had a bad ground on my voltage dividers here, and it allowed the voltage to creep up higher than the 3.3 volts and shorted inside the microcontroller, or damaged the inside of the microcontroller. So this is why, if I were to redo it, if I had a bigger time scale, I would very likely put Zener diodes for protection. But I don't have them, and I don't have the time. So here, let's demo it working now. So this is on the off position, and the power supply is not connected. So we are power on. So here we go. We are drawing about a watt at idle, which makes sense. Got a lot of circuitry in here too. And then we will hit the up and down. It does absolutely nothing, which is normal because we first have to hit start. So now start is on. 12 volt is live to the module here, or to the MOSFET at least. And we've got 0 volts. So this is the intended action. We want it to be 0 volts when first turned on. Don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. So now let's throttle up. And here we go, 1.8 volts, throttle up again, 4.2 volts, throttle up again, 6.6 volts, throttle up again, 9 volts, and then throttle up again, full throttle, that's 12 volts. Then we can go down to 0, back to idle. We can also press and hold. It'll go up. We can press and hold down. It'll go down. We can go up as high as we want. And when we power off the system, let's say we have an emergency, want to power it off, bang, it's off, back down to 0. Even though this is live powered, that's because this MOSFET should be pulled up by the 10K resistor. Perfect. All I need to do now is trim the board and fit it in there. Done. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, I'm going to turn this off to save battery. And now I can turn this off. Like so. Good to go. Okay, now I just got to cut this bad boy. And then we're going to wire it up. And then we'll be good to go. Question, if you don't mind, can a coil melt? Yes, it can indeed. A coil is not itself a current limited device. It has an inherent resistance, but what happens is with mechanical vibrations or heat cycles, the coil's insulation can actually wear off. It can short to other turns of itself, and then causes it to have lower resistance, push too much current or pull too much current, and it then fails. So if you see here, this is magnet wire. This is what most coils are made of. And the only thing that insulates this magnet wire is a very thin painted on varnish-like substance. So it's like paint, essentially. And that's the only thing that insulates it from itself. So if there's a mechanical rubbing or whatever, or even ringing, right? A coil can act like a speaker and ring, have like vibrations. That'll make the insulation rub on itself and destroy itself. It'll pull too much current and destroy itself. So couple of good ways there to melt a coil. Okay, so I can almost feel the stress in my core as this project advances, considering this is due tomorrow and my back is starting to hurt already, and it is only 9:30. Let's get rid of the mics. Here we go. Pop the magnet back onto there. Grab this guy here, like so. Put the mics back in their tinger. There we go, then it'll be charging. Can't really see the amount of charge left in it. Whatever, charging it up. So that's good. You've been looking at a few Alfa Romeo relays that have failed for various reasons, and most are basically unobtainium these days. I want to start making solid state versions, the same form factor, so we can put them back in the same housings. I don't think I wanted. Okay, if I were you, and I'm not nearly as handsome as you, Doss, but I don't think I would retrofit with solid state. I do like your idea of putting them back into the same housing, but I would buy high quality Bosch micro relays, or any Omron, any good quality company micro relays, and replace them with them. So these. So this size here, so that's a 5 pin. So these are just Chinesium, but they must be fast because they're, you know, like BMW M3. So you can get these micro relays from Omron and, I mean, all the usual suspects. And it's nice because they fit so much tighter in a fuse box compared to the big, like, standard Bosch relays. So I think this is the way I would go. I don't think there's anything wrong with your idea. Like here. There's nothing wrong with your idea of going solid state. I just think that these would be a drop-in replacement. They're going to be pin-to-pin compatible, very likely. And, you know, you go for it. That would be my instinct. I was surprised when you order the ones, do a whole pile of additional circuitry. Okay. Yeah, so then it's not really a relay, it's a relay module. I think you've sent me the diagram before. No pin-to-pin replacements at all. I believe you sent me the diagram of them. But I can't see it being difficult to retrofit using those relays, because essentially all you need is the switch. Omron sounds like you're eating a tasty meal, yeah. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong at all, in fact. But my instinct is different to yours, and it's probably because I would be nervous that the diode drops across MOSFETs, or like the electrical sensitivity that non-automotive grade electronics may suffer from, may cause problems. Whereas relays are robust. They have been around since the time of the dinosaurs. So yeah, I would just be careful. Does that make sense? And Bosch is, or like Omron, for example, if you get an Omron relay, you probably will be replacing it in 200,000 kilometers or more. They're very reliable. They're not known for breaking. And you can get them if you like have an exclusive client that needs absolute robustness. That you can always get them from an OEM. Like, you could call a Honda dealership and get an Omron relay from them. So then you don't have to trust the Amazon supply chain. You can trust the OEM supply chain. Automotive parts. Wonder if we could get the bare relay units without the housing. Possibly. Possibly. Not for the Omron. I'm pretty sure that they certify as assemblies. So I don't think for that, but for you could unhouse it. I'm looking for a cutting board here. So my problem now is I have connections on the bottom, and I don't want to put too much force on this. Oops. I'm also destroying my new cutting mat. I have a little cutting square, which I don't know where it went. It is, to some extent, Franco. Automotive relays tend to have sealant where the legs protrude through the bottom. And sometimes the whole case is sealed. So it is and it isn't. It's like Schrodinger's seal. There we go. Thankfully I didn't break everything. Okay, so this can just jam up in here. And then that can go down the side. This will fit nicely like this. Like I can twist this around if I need to. So essentially my plan is to like silicone this into place. Let's see if the lid fits. Yep, the lid will fit. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Two you looked at recently, one had an NE555 and the other had a 4001 NAND gate in the relay, huh? My back hurts and you've piqued my interest. So, oh, I got. Oh, yeah. Can I show these on stream, DOS? For sure. Okay. So let's grab this one, put it here, and let's grab this one and put it here. So now let me, all right, so here it is with the 555 timer. The thing is, this looks like a regular ass single pull dual throw relay. Or is it dual pull single throw DPS? I don't remember. That's definitely a 555. Then on the back, even has the pin disconnected. But what's it doing? Some big poles there. That's to anchor this. So you got the 555 and then here, 2, 3. The base is to this component. This component, so it fires the transistor. Wait. Okay. So it connects this. Interior light timer. Oh. Wow. Okay. Okay, so you charge the capacitor, and then when you shut the door, the capacitor will discharge and then when it discharges, it'll shut the relay. I mean, honestly, I think what I would do, I bet you the problem with this is you need a flyback diode. Is it the TO92 package that is failing? It sure seems that way. Because what else would fail? I guess you could get an inductive spike across the 555. I bet you replacing this shunt resistor or adding a Schottky diode would probably fix it altogether. That is so cool. There is a flyback diode under the relay. Oh, like in the fuse box. Okay. Why wouldn't they put it here though? Probably because they didn't have a small one. That is pretty cool. Under the relay on that board. Oh, here. This component. There's a spring, but underneath it I see there's two leads, two legs there. Tucked underneath. So I see the leg here and here. No, completely under it. So here. Under the coil. I wouldn't be able to spot it then. That's another resistor. Okay, fair. Pretty friggin' cool. Pretty cool. But when you power the resistor, power the coil directly, does it still flip the relay? Because I'm just curious if the coil failed or if the 555 timer circuit failed. Those two pads just under the paint triangle. These two. These two. It switches. Okay, so its problem is with either one of these two then. Still super cool. Like a freaking time delay, and analog time delay. Dodgy connection for one leg of the resistor. I do know that Italian cars are known for their unreliability. Very freaking cool. Very cool. Okay, should we get back to work? I can only see the dry joint under the microscope. Wow. Intense. Okay, so I don't know if I'm ready to go back to work. Close. It's Alfa Romeo. Which I believe, I don't know. I don't know if Alfa today is less reliable than Fiat today, because Fiat is pretty shit because it's a Dodge product now, Stellantis. Worth reflowing all the joints, yeah, probably. I mean, I like looking at cool stuff. I honestly, that is the kind of thing that I would be thrilled to take a look at for a colleague of mine, which I assume is why you looked at it. Because you were thrilled to see something cool. All right, so let's go sorry, I'll just go 1, B plus, 2. 2 is negative now, has to be negative. Actually, that's accessory. 2 is negative. 3, that's the COM, has to go B plus. B plus. And then we will use either the 6 or the 7 to send the voltage out. So east-west. So main 4. Five, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so this is not connected, because it'll be connected inside. 4 is our accessory on. Are we grabbing 4? Yeah, 4 will be NC. NC. Internal positive. 5 will be NC. 8 and 9 shoot. Shoot motor, and then shoot motor, and then motor needs ground relays. All right. I'm a new subscriber, guys. What is the schedule? Yeah, sorry. I have work. It's more complicated than that too, because yeah, sometimes I'll get work, so I'll have to go to work. Other times I'm going fishing. Other times, like Friday, I have a prior engagement, something I don't want to do, but I have to do. So Yeah, sorry. No, there's no real rhyme or reason. Okay, so we need to grab 6 and 7 from here. Gotta make sure it's the correct one. 4, 8. There's 6. There's 6. We need to trim this kind of low. Right, 6. We need to grab, and then 7. That's 5. There's 7. Just confirm that we have 7. Okay, there's 6 and 7. So both of these we need to use. So this is internal up. Up. Yep, and 7 internal down. And we need to grab 4. There's 4. So those 3 we need to connect, and then we need to grab one of these, probably number 4. It's number 1. Oh yeah, and 3. No, 3 would connect to B plus. Give me a second here. Yeah, 4 we connect to B plus, right? Main. Yes. Yeah, 4. Okay. So we've got 3 connections, and then we need this one out, and then there's ground. I think we're good. Yeah. 8 a.m. Eastern time. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Pacific time. Stopped for water break, and they shut the water off. Oh, what the hell? Why would they do that? Okay, so I'm going to strip the ends of these pretty tight. There we go. Gonna shake this shit out. Actually, what am I doing? It doesn't go that tight. Oh, I think I'm soldering, that's why. No notifications. Guess there was an emergency somewhere. That sucks. Yeah, good idea to set up the notifications. I tend to set up the streams the day before, like the night before. So if you just pay attention to, if you just check like in the first thing in the morning, it should be up there. These are very thin wires. Okay. So you just got to be careful not to tug on this too much. Okay, so we need, so this is down, up. This is a ground. I'll probably trim that. It's not really needed. So down, up, and then this is that pin 4. I think I'll just solder them directly onto there. And then we're going to connect this to something else, and we'll be good to go. Emergency bottle in the fridge. Guess you need to stock up. Yeah, that sucks. Every morning you check the stream main page to see if there's an upcoming stream. Yeah. I mean, notifications work also, but not everyone likes notifications. I don't like notifications personally. So I completely get it if you don't either. We're going to solder this. Here's the plan. I'm going to solder this. I'm going to go get a coffee. And then we'll go from there. We're going to film the last piece with this all inside. I'm going to ask my boss if he has the relays. Confirm you have for the like so. All right, so number 6 to the up, which is the second, so I'll do number 7 to the down first. The system of a down. So 7. Actually going to go under these wires. So this is where it becomes a little fiddly. Also, 0-day psychosis, make yourself comfortable. Feel free to ask questions. Everybody here is pretty friendly, except for Franco. Franco, you'll think he hates you, but actually he's not answering because he fell asleep. So just be aware of that. Franco is a serial napper. In fact, some people in the stream... Oh, I'm an idiot. That's the wrong one. Some people in the stream call him Napco. Okay, now 6 to the up. Trying to do my best Big Clive impression here. There we go. And then number 4 is my internal positive for over here. Yeah, ITT is very mean. If you say something about, first of all, ITT is one of 3 regulars in the stream who are women. So we've got Jackie, we've got ITT, and then Vero comes by from time to time, which is my wife. So we don't know where ITT is from, except we're pretty sure it's Europe. And if you say something bad about Europe, she's going to destroy you. So it's best not to mess with her. You like the vibe? Very friendly? Good. Good, good. Okay, so now I kind of made it hard on myself because I cut all the wires pretty short. So what are we not using? 5? What's 5? 5 is RO. I'd like to keep that. I'd like to use 6 or 7. Let's see if I can pull it through a little bit. Doesn't quite work. Definitely made life a little hard on myself here. That won't fit. Okay. Okay. I'll solder instead. Your money is on Estonia. Estonia sounds like the title to a Taylor Swift song. Okay, there we go. That is done. Generally, when there's high vibration environments, I much prefer crimping. But what we're going to do is we're going to solder, and then I'm going to use some double-walled heat shrink on there. Okay, and now we're going to pre-tin this one as well. So to be clear, that is number 4. Okay. Just need a bit of heat shrink with resin. So this stuff is a little bit thick for this, but I do like the resin part. I thought you were going for coffee. Yeah, after this. Before filming. I will say I am a ball of nerves because if this fails at this point, I have to restart again. It shouldn't fail. Oh. Just gonna try to squish it on there while the resin's hot. Also should probably inspect my solder joints. Is this in the EU? Estonian loved it. One of them even moved there. That's pretty cool. Eurozone member. Just above Latvia, just below Finland. Okay, I'm gonna go for coffee. I'm gonna put on something. I don't know. Maybe I'll put on a YouTube video. Oh, you know, I'll put on the rest of the podcast that was going on yesterday.
Yeah, so those things,
Oops.
that is, to me, the most rewarding videos to make is videos that
They're
are
like tutorially and sort of educational, but you'll have to gauge its effectiveness in 1 to 3 years from now. And I'll tell you why. The video is not entertaining. And I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that as a reality. Tutorial videos are horrible entertainment, so they don't get the clicks. But what they get is they get Google search and YouTube search results, and that adds up over time. And so you'll probably see, so I'm looking right now, it's about a month old, you got 88 views. You'll probably see a hockey stick effect where it's going to be pretty flat, and then all of a sudden people find it, they engage with it, and then Google's like, oh, let's rank this one up in the search rankings. And I can share with you after the podcast a whole bunch of screenshots of my analytics where my tutorial videos do just that. They go very flat.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the usefulness, quote unquote, of the video is found, because it's not entertaining, you'll see it'll hockey stick upwards. So if that's something you're passionate about, I wouldn't be discouraged by low viewership, because that is evergreen content that'll be, it'll be served for the next, 10 years or whatever.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm going to completely abandon it, but it certainly puts a lower priority on part 2 of that series. So I think the next video I'm going to do is probably just going to be a kit build. And then I have like some other ones where I want to look at like an I2S circuit that I want to turn into a Bluetooth speaker. And so stuff like that. And because those tutorial videos, they're hard to put together. Like they're hard to plan. You want to make sure that, like all your thoughts are in an understandable order so that anyone who's listening to you and watching this video, they it makes sense to them. So like it's a lot of work. Meanwhile, like if I'm doing a kit build, like those are probably the easiest ones to do, because you turn the camera on, you build the kit, and then when you edit it, like maybe there's a few, you time lapse through some of the soldering, but it's still there's still very fun videos, and they're easy to put together, and people seem to enjoy them.
That's for
So
sure. And that's why at some point, like 2-3 years ago, I was stuck in this cycle of doing mailbag videos, because mailbag videos are like the easiest thing ever. I mean, I order serially from AliExpress, well, in serial and in parallel. And so I've got a constant stream of, these yellow, gray, and white packages coming from China. And so it was so easy to be like, okay, I need to work on a project. But then I look at my mail pile and there's something like 12 packages in there. Now, do I want to work on project X, or do I want to go in my pile, pick 5 of the latest packages and open them on camera? It was just so much easier to do mailbag videos. And then at some point, I realized that the only content I was putting out for like 3-4 months, 5 months, 6 months while I was teaching, because teaching took so much of my time, was mailbag videos. And so even some of the commenters are like, what is this, a mailbag channel? Like, and I guess at that point I got a little discouraged and I stopped doing them. I might bring them back at some point, but for the moment, it just seems like I needed to stop on the mailbag videos, because it's just too easy to slip into those easy videos, and it pushes aside all the work I need to do on, actual quote unquote videos. I don't know if that makes any
yeah,
sense.
oh, it makes total sense. Like I try to make a point to not have two of the same type of videos in a row, so that way I don't fall into ruts like always a mailbag video, always a tear down, always a kit build. If try to split it up a bit, then at least you can kind of see the variety on the channel a bit. That doesn't always work, like when I kind of disappear for 2-3 weeks at a time, but
Definitely. And I feel you, because I disappear for like a couple months at a time, especially when I get teaching contracts, which, by the way, for those of you listening at home, my live stream viewers know this already, but my podcast viewers didn't get to hear about this yet. But my school just closed down the automotive department completely. I mean, I'm not supposed to say this. It's not supposed to be public yet because it's not officially happened, but what are they going to do?
And I'm back. And I saved you guys the best part. Oh, Dad of Science, have a good one. The creamer stir. Oh, baby. Make sure to answer the poll, folks. Oh, I'm not Be Right Back Coffee. I'm right here. Bring it what we right here. We ain't going anywhere. We right here. Where's millennials at again? This is all the real shit. We right here. Okay, let's see if we can finesse this in here. So I'm just gonna stuff all this in here with like silicone and whatever. Let's make our actual connections. Okay, this one is gone. So what do we use 4? We use number 4, internal positive. Now number 4 is output. Okay, so we should have all our connections we need. I'm just going to delete those. This is not needed anymore. Oh yes, it is. 3 is connected to B+, and 1 will be accessory. We'll deal with that later. This is ground. Don't need this anymore. So now all we have left is we're going to connect to number 4. So 4 to here. Okay, here it goes. All right, so power is off right now. Where's the remote? Power is off right now. Oh, this remote power is off. Okay, so power on 12 volts. We have nothing. Still nothing. Hit start. Still at 0. And we go up. 1.4. Why is it so little still? 3.6. 6. 8. 12. For whatever reason, it's back to why? So there's 12 volts on there. Point 3, what's the... Nothing has changed. Literally nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. No, it can't be. It's like, it's not even touching anything. Okay. Let's see if Claude can see anything in the code that would cause it to be weird. Okay, let's go to Claude. at the first stage, I am getting 1.4 volts out. Then, oops, no longer coffee. Do you remember the voltage values? Anybody? I guess we can start. Okay, 1.4, 3.6, 3.6, and 6, then 8.5, then 12. It worked perfectly on breadboard, but then on soldered Vero board, it had those weird voltage readings, and so I rebuilt it again with the new microcontroller, double checked the connections, and it worked perfectly. Vero board. Then when I cut the wires and soldered it directly to the project, all connections are the same. Now it has those weird outputs. Is there any bug in the code that can affect the PWM value? Ground loop or missing common ground, outputting PWM relative to its own ground if the load circuit's ground is even slightly lifted. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is what we were thinking too. So on. Oops, start. It's 8 and then 12. So 8, like so. Let's probe the ground here. The ground is not lifted. the ground is shared. Let's check directly at the base of the MOSFET. 11 millivolts. I have 11 millivolts of ground lift at the MOSFET. Um, Continuity test on the grounds. Yeah, it's fine. Your Huawei D14 and a PD controller IC failure. Actually, I have no idea. So it's what about the original 20 the MOSFET? Okay, so my options are so Claude is thinking I may not be driving the MOSFET hard enough because of the 3.3 volt maximum oh okay, I was like, oh, it's not outputting anything, but it's because it's not connected. So yeah, Claude is saying I may not be driving the MOSFET hard enough. Um, FQP 30N06L. Hold on. FQP 30N06L. P 6L. Okay. We are going to try to replace it. We're going to try to change this MOSFET for a higher spec one with a better gate drive. So what do I have? FQP 30N06L. We're going to try to pop it on there and see if it works. I hate this, but I got to do it. So let me make notes here. The reason I'm okay with this is that if I I know a 5-volt signal would be better. Okay, so let's grab the data sheet. Here it is. Okay, so it's source. Okay. So it was source, which we put on the ground. Gate and drain, which we put on plus 12 volts. But now the FQP N06L it should have VGS 1 volt. Okay, so it has a different pin out, so we're gonna have to be very careful. It has gate, drain, source. So gate, drain, and source. So source has to be negative. Drain is going to be plus 12 volts, and gate is gate. Yeah, I mean, Chinesium, you get what you pay for, but sometimes you can just get so much more. So if we switch this, source is now over here. And then we just need to swap gate and drain. Sort of like this. And we just need to put some heat shrink on here as to not short them. And then that should be good. So then we're going to chop this off, and we're going to solder directly to these wires and hope it fixes our problem. We might reinforce the grounds while we're at it. If we've ruined this, I'll have to just build another. What do you want me to say? Definitely have some anxiety here, but what am I supposed to do about it? You just keep on keeping on, and you keep going until it works, or you die. Where did my MOSFET go? There it is. Make sure the power is off. Yeah, power is off right now. Thank you. Appreciate your concern. And I'm not saying that ironically. Going to make your tea? Alrighty. Enjoy the tea making. Okay, so there's no way these guys will short. Ha 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 ha. We are going to fix this. Thankfully, I have a crap load of parts in stock. It's going to be a little bit painful soldering this. because one of these wires is connected to the tab here. Probably should pre-tin the legs of my defunct MOSFET now. There's one. There's two. There's three. Okay, just confirming S to the other side. Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay, maybe there will be fireworks, maybe not. I really, really, really wish I would have learned math very well while I was a child. And I really wish I would have went to school to be an engineer. But it is what it is. Can't stop it now. Anything else I need to look at? I think it should be good. So let's give this a shot. So power on. So this is now on. We're going to go start. We're going to go up. So it's just as bad. It's actually worse. It's actually worse. It is literally worse. Okay. It is actually worse. No concrete today. Very nice. Okay. So 0.022. Oops, down. Hmm. 0.625 and then 3.293. So let's check this with the ground directly on here. 3.282, so like the same. 2.625, like the same. 1.958, like the same. 1.306, like the same. 0.655. Okay, so the only other thing I can think of is there a difference in the ground between here and here? So there's an 11 millivolt drop between these two. Let me just see if it's in this ferrule. Millivolts. So this wire, this ground wire, has like an 11 millivolt difference. Let's just check for output relative to here. Okay. 8. Yeah, it's like much worse. Okay, 0.019. Oops, up. 0.292. 0.910. 4.497. 8.76, and then 12 on the dot. Can you change the control resistor? Yeah, I can. Thank you, Zero Day Psychosis. I can change the resistor, but it's a 220 ohm. And honestly, there's no voltage drop. It's not really a voltage drop. We can check though. Let's turn this. The MOSFET the most on would be all the way maxed. There's a 70 millivolt drop across the resistor. Okay, let's see what Claude says. We're gonna run out of Claude though. Oh. The if QP made things worse, here are the output voltages. Oh. 0.2 292. Oops. 0.292 dot 910 dot 4.497 8.76 12. No. Okay, see now this is what I was thinking of to swap to, like, I was thinking it might be a frequency problem. So I asked it to check the code and it didn't. Okay, screen. So there should be a frequency. Okay, 10,000.0F. So let's go over here. We will shut off all power. All power is off. This will go stop. We will boot into here. Let's upload the new code. Okay, let's see. Let's unplug this. So weird that the RP backfed, I guess, through this. Okay, so on. I'm gonna put everything back the way it was. Ground. And power. Okay, 0 volts. You go start. 1.64, way better. 4. 6.5. 8. 12. It's not perfect, but right now I'll take it. It's not perfect, but I will take it. Screw it. Yeah, so we're gonna stop, goes back to 0, on, goes back to 12. think I'm also going to add another ground point. I'm going to chop open this here and just run another ground directly to the board to make sure everything is good. 1.64. Also want to make sure how much current I'm drawing from that resistor. Oops. Yeah, 2 milliamps, that's fine. Let's stop this. I'm gonna power off. And then we're going to power on. Start. 1.6, 4, 6, 8, 12. Well, I just upgraded their resistor, or their MOSFET. Just gonna put some Kapton tape on it and tilt it down to be out of the way. Actually, I wanted it over the tab, whatever. There we go. So just need to demo this. Stop. Oops. Stop, power off. All right, let's do the final piece to camera. And then I think I'll be done for the day. I think I had enough stress. So I think the other MOSFET would have been fine. But it's too late now. Grab the mics. Oh yeah, and I'll record a little video to send my boss too. So that he can see. All right, here it goes. Thank you, Franco. Well, I have to admit, I had a hard time troubleshooting this thing. I tried to use a different MOSFET. This is a FQP30N06L instead of the 2N7000 because maybe the threshold voltage was a little bit too close. But yeah, it was giving me some weird signals. And by slowing down the frequency on the Raspberry Pi here, I now have a reliable signal, although it didn't divide the 12 volt exactly into 5. It's a little bit weird, but it does function. And unfortunately, we are out of time, and this will work anyways. Like, they'll be more than happy with this. So let me demonstrate it working now. So this is power on. So power on, the unit is on and ready. Again, nothing works because we are not on. So we're going to start. And in the start, we still have virtually no voltage on our line. And mind you, everything is soldered into place now too. And now here we go. We'll go throttle up. Let's go 1.64. This should be about 2 volts, but you see it's a little bit different. And then up again, there's 4 volts. Then up again, 6.4. Up again, 8.8. Up again, 12 volts. That's full throttle. And then we can throttle down just like we did before. And everything seems to work. And we can stop it. We don't climb up to 12 volts or anything. So this is ready to go. The only thing left to do now is I'm going to pot all my connections into silicone and put it all inside the cover, screw it down, and then it is ready to install. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have suggestions on the way you would do it, let me know in the comments below. But on the time constraint that I had and the components constraint that I had, basically what I had in stock, this is what I came up with. It will function. I'll leave a little note on the bottom if there was any issues. Thanks for watching. Done. All right. Send it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the video for my boss, but I don't need the mics for that. I'm gonna send that to him directly. All right, let me grab my phone. Oh, what the hell did you do? Freaking lens is filthy. Of course, video. There we go. And power off and power off. All right. Proof of concept recording. Everything is off. This is on the output. So we're going to go power on. It stays low, which is good. This doesn't work until you turn it on. So on it goes. Still stays low. And then we go up, 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 and up. And then if we want to go down, same deal. And back to 0, and same thing, you go all the way up. You can press and hold. And also, if you stop, let's say an emergency, it'll throttle down. And you start back up, it'll remember where you were unless you cycle the power. There. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. A souvlaki wrap. Did I say something about food? Souvlaki wraps? Okie dokie. Well, that's it for me, folks. I have stressed enough for the last 4 days. Tomorrow I work, so no stream. Friday I have a prior engagement. I may go live very early. Like I may go live 2 hours before I typically go live. We'll see. I do want to make PCBWay videos to be able to earn some money. Saturday, I committed to go fishing So I will enjoy fishing, but I'll be stressed when I get home because I need to make money. And then Sunday, very likely I'll be streaming. And so, yeah, we'll see you then. Hope to catch you in the next one. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Let me end the poll. End the poll. There we go. Poll is done. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.